All right, let's get right into it. Today we are tackling the one question that seems to be on everybody's mind. It's a question that mixes incredible excitement with, a whole lot of anxiety. What is AI actually going to do to our jobs?
I mean, this is the big fear, right? That some algorithm out there is coming for your paycheck. We see it in the headlines every single day, and for millions of people, it is a very real concern. But what if the story isn't about replacement? What if it's actually about a revolution? Let's see what the data has to say. Okay, brace yourself for this one. A massive study by PwC looked at nearly 1 billion job ads, and what they found is kind of mind-blowing. The industries that are most exposed to AI, they aren't shrinking. No, they are seeing 3 times higher growth in productivity. Not just a little bit more, 3 times. That is a wild statistic that just completely flips the script on the whole robots are taking our jobs narrative.
So, here's the key takeaway. AI isn't causing this wave of mass job elimination. It's causing a massive transformation. The jobs aren't just vanishing into thin air. They're evolving. They're changing into something totally new, and frankly, something way more specialized.
And this chart, this is where you can really see the story unfold. Just look at that bar on the far right. Those are the industries with the highest potential to use AI, and their productivity growth is at 27%. Now compare that to the bar on the far left. The industries least exposed to AI are kind of lagging behind at 8.5%. And you can see a huge surge right after 2022, which is exactly when tools like ChatGPT went mainstream. So this isn't a story about replacement at all. It's a story about amplification.
And that brings us to this really important idea for the future of work, hyper-specialization. Think about it like this. AI is getting really good at handling the boring, repetitive stuff. Well, that creates a huge demand for people who can do what AI can't, roles that blend those uniquely human skills with AI's incredible power. It's all about becoming the human expert who knows how to wield this new tool better than anyone else.
And this quote from Matt Wood at PwC just nails it. This isn't about outsourcing your brain to a machine. It's about using the machine to make your brain even better, to help you spot patterns you'd never see on your own, and to solve problems in ways you never thought possible.
So let's make this feel a little more real. Picture a creative director at a marketing agency. Sure, the AI can churn through mountains of data and tell you what's trending, but an AI doesn't have a soul. It doesn't get culture. It doesn't understand emotion. The hyper-specialized human director is the one who takes those cold, hard data points and combines them with real empathy and creativity to make a campaign that actually connects with people. That's the future right there.
And you know what? The market is already rewarding this shift in a huge way. Right now, there's a 56% wage premium for workers who have AI skills. 56%! That tells you everything you need to know. Companies are ready to pay top dollar for people who can build that bridge between human creativity and artificial intelligence.
So the economic data is painting a pretty optimistic picture of opportunity, right? But that's not the whole story, not even close. While most of us are stuck worrying about whether a robot is going to take our job, the actual experts, the people building this tech, they're losing sleep over completely different, much more fundamental problems.
Okay, so let's pull back the curtain a little bit and see what the leading researchers are really worried about. We're going to take a look at the view from some of the top minds at the Association for the Advancement of Artificial Intelligence, also known as AAAI.
Forget about killer robots for a minute. The real challenge for AI scientists is just getting these things to think straight, to reason in a way that we can actually check and trust. They're not plotting world domination. They're still trying to figure out the basic building blocks of intelligence.
I mean, just look at this list. These are the real hard problems. Can we actually trust the reasoning that comes out of a large language model? How do we stop them from just making stuff up? How do we even know if an AI is doing a good job? And the big one, how do we make absolutely sure these systems align with human values? These aren't minor bugs. They show just how far we have to go.
And here's the kicker, the consensus from inside the lab. A whopping 84% of these top researchers believe that our current approach, just building bigger and bigger neural networks, is not going to get us to true human-level artificial general intelligence. They see the limits. They know this tech is not the final form.
So what we have here is this incredibly powerful tool that is also, deeply flawed. And that potent mix has kicked off this frantic global race, not just to build the best AI, but to be the one who writes the rules that will govern it for everyone.
Which brings us to the whole geopolitical side of things. I mean, how do you regulate a revolution, especially one that's moving at lightning speed, with all the major world powers having very, very different ideas about how to control it?
You can really see two main philosophies taking shape. On one hand, you've got the European Union. They're going for this big, comprehensive top-down legal framework with their AI Act. It's one rulebook for the whole continent. On the other hand, you have the US and the UK, who are taking a much more flexible, sector-by-sector approach. They're trying to move fast and let existing regulators handle AI in their own fields.
And make no mistake, this is not just some friendly policy debate. The race to define and control AI has become a central battleground in global competition. The countries that get this right, the ones that lead in AI, are going to have a massive economic, military, and strategic edge for decades. They are literally shaping the 21st century.
So, with all that on the table, the economic shifts, the deep technical hurdles, the global power struggles, what does it all mean for you, for your career? Well, it all comes back to finding your unique place in this brand new world.
The way forward, the way to thrive, is to double down on all the skills that AI just can't truly master. It can mimic empathy, but it can't feel it. It can follow rules, but it can't wrestle with real moral questions. And yeah, it can solve problems, but that true, out-of-the-box, abstract creativity, that's still all us. These are the skills that make you an indispensable partner to AI, not a replacement.
And that really brings us to the final question, the one question you should be asking yourself about your future. As AI takes over all of the routine and predictable tasks, what is the unique, irreplaceable value that only you can bring to the table? In this new world of AI, what is your hyper-specialty?